Welcome, loves, to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of the purchases, some of the goodies from France. We were blessed and lucky to go to France and explore this country. We visited three, maybe even four small towns along with Paris, like as a city. And some of the purchases, they were brand new. Some of the purchases, they're vintage. I'm going to share my experience. What is a good store, like a vintage store, in my opinion, what is not. And you can tell that we have a lot of stuff, so let's dive deeper. I'm from Russia, if you're new to this channel, and that is the main reason why a lot of the times the products are super expensive or we don't really have these products. That is the main reason why we had to, spend a coin to buy most of this stuff. But I'm going to share the quality, all the prices, and we're getting started with this really cool leather boots. These I purchased in mango, if I'm mistaken. Yes, this is in mango, and I have the size 37. And on the screen, you're going to be seeing all this stuff, how it looks individually and how it sits on a person. These were 80 euros, the initial price. And then when we were in the outlet of Troyes, so the first town that we visited was Troyes, and the second day we spent in outlet. And they have Puma, Nike, Adidas, so many more shops. That is definitely a steal because this is a real leather. So this is very good quality leather, and you can tell that they used some stitching through the entire boot, which is really, really cool. But along with these boots, we were able to go to Nike's. I did not purchase anything in Nike because I'm not a huge fan of sports footwear. But at the same time, my husband, he's a huge fan of any sorts of sneakers. And that is the main reason why we bought 3 pairs of sneakers. But we bought 2 sneakers for my husband and 1 pair of sneakers for my brother. So these are my brother's sneakers. Really cute. And so are brand new. I really was surprised when we saw the prices in this outlet because Nikes were very cheap. These were around 50 euros when we tried to buy them. But when we were at a checkout, they had some kind of a discount along with like cheap options. I mean, 50 euros for this pair of sneakers is quite inexpensive. If you buy something for more than 30 euros, you're going to get 30% off. And because of that, we purchased 3 different pairs. The one for my husband was about 65, and the other one was about, again, 60 or 65. And then my brothers were about 50. So the final cost was 170, 180 euros. I don't remember the exact price, but with the 30% off, it turned out that we got everything for 120 euros, which is insane. 3 pairs of Nikes cost us only 120 euros. These are my husband's new Nikes. And the third pair, I'm going to be filming separately because my husband, he's wearing them nonstop. And these are just totally brand new. The second one, he's been wearing the entire time since we purchased them. And then another really cool outfit that I got in Troyes, and this is a little bit more expensive in my opinion because I don't spend normally that much on some clothes, and you know that I really love thrift stores. I actually will share some of the outfits in my Friday outfit that I film every Friday. I'm going to be sharing something that I wore in France, and then later I'm going to be sharing all the outfits that I purchased there. And let me show you the price of this linen jumpsuit. If I'm not mistaken, everything is included in this price, but it was about 55 euros for this really beautiful red linen jumpsuit. Really pretty. And at first it was like 55 euros. Well, maybe it's not really too much for a 100% natural fabric, but at the same time, like, I don't really spend that much money most of the time. And this is the price. The size is S, and it was about 54.99, or let's be clear, it's 55 euros for this beautiful jumpsuit. And you can tell the size is S. Though I thought that S is going to be smaller because in Russia S is super small size, and when you try to squeeze yourself into S, that's tough. That's really tough. Most of my outfits, when they're size S, I mean, it is really tight. And here is the S size in Europe which is bigger. It's probably like M in Russia, medium, I don't know. I went in a little bit different store because it's makeup and I'm all about makeup. I love makeup and I do makeup. So this is NYX Ultimate Vintage Jean Baby. Vintage, because we do have a lot of vintage. I haven't tried this yet. This is a brand new palette, has 16 shades, and I really love this shimmery color, though I haven't tried them yet. And I'm going to be definitely doing a review, so stay tuned. In the future, kind of like a couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a review. Then I have this NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. Really nice concealer, because I did try this a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I do have something on my channel. Was it NYX? If I'm not mistaken, it was NYX, and I'm going to be doing it in the review. Then I have this NYX Shadow and Liner Primer. I love NYX primers because they're really good. My favorite was Waterproof Eye Primer. That was super sticky, and all of my shadows, they were just glued to this primer. This one might be a little bit different. I haven't tried this one yet, but I'm gonna be trying this really soon in the future. And this is NYX Butter Gloss. Mainly that was a L'Oreal shop, but they had a lot of NYX products. This butter gloss I got for free. That was a small gift. And at the same time, I would say I had all of these products for a little bit over 30 euros. That is the main reason why we got a discount, 30%, and it was about 26 euros for maybe all of these three products. And then I would say that we went to Paris for some vintage shops, and not only vintage shops, but one of the most popular and oldest places to purchase some stuff for your kitchen. So I was not only hunting for some really good vintage stuff, and not only vintage, but at the same time I was looking for a pan. This is a copper pan, which is pretty heavy, and I'm gonna be sharing like quick story behind that. The cost of this pan was 270 euros, which is insane. It's crazy, ridiculous, super expensive. The main reason why it is because of the copper. Behind the scenes, I didn't really want to buy anything in Russia because some of these products, they're coming from China, or maybe we don't produce most likely copper pans, or even if we do, it's really pricey, and the quality, I mean, like, I don't really know any shops they're super famous for professional type of pans, or like any products for kitchen. This is a stainless steel, and this is copper. The copper is the best if you need to cook some steaks or anything that it gets really heated in a couple of in a minute, less than a minute probably. And then copper sometimes is toxic, especially if you heat this up and it's really heated. That is the main reason why, to make sure that you're not going to be poisoned with copper. Not every single time, guys. There's definitely some copper products that do not have any stainless steel, or not any tin, but they have to be purposely used for certain things, and most likely you're not going to be using a lot of heat with them. But if you need something to cook your steaks or anything like this, you need stainless steel. That is the main reason why it's really expensive. If you choose tin, then in a year or so, if you're going to cook with high temperatures, your tin is going to not even fall off, but just like being ruined, and you need to tin this over. And we talked to professional, we talked to Gemini, and they said the same thing. Tin is cheaper because you have to renew, or like redo the tin stuff in a year. I didn't want to do anything like this. I needed something that I'm going to be using for a long period of time. That is the main reason why we went with this option. And the best part, that it was 270 euros, but you can use code or something like tax free. The cost without taxes was 225 euros without taxes, but you have to keep in mind that you have to pay with your card, not by cash. And your tax-free request has to be before you purchase that. You're like, are you available with the tax-free? They're going to give you some huge A4 paper with all the details, and then you can go to the airport, scan this, and you're going to be refunded. The only difference is that we could refund 45 euros, but they said like, oh, you have to pay 10 euros for bank transaction. I'm like, 10 euros out of 45 euros? It's insane. That's a lot. So this is probably like my prized possession, because I am a foodie girl. You can check out some of my latest vlogs and you can see that I cook a lot. I really love cooking. That is the main reason why I just need this for some future stuff. Okay. I'm gonna get started with like the rest of the vintage stores. And then if you're not interested, you are just gonna be done with this vlog. Or if you're interested later after this vintage, I'm gonna be sharing some food products that we bought in France in some supermarkets or not only supermarkets. So we're gonna get started. The first thing that I'm gonna be sharing these jeans, the cost of this jeans was 30 euros. I don't have a tag here because well, the story is interesting. I went to an episode. That was the first day in Paris, and my husband and I we went into this first vintage shop, and I was in my favorite jeans, and I saw a really cool bag, and I wanted to explore this option for my mom. And when I sat on my lap, or like just was trying to sit down, my jeans they split open like in half, and it was a disaster. I felt like I had some ventilation. I felt like it was a breeze just full of fresh air right around my ass. That is the main reason why I came over my husband and was like, what is going on there? Like, can you check this out? And you're gonna see the video. He was like, oh my god, you just like ripped your jeans. And right now we're calling this as à la France because there were a lot of tourists and a lot of people from other like foreigners basically as we were, and French people they did not care about my ass. Literally they did not, because a French guy, he was changing in front of us. Only he was standing in his underwear, uncovered, unbothered, and people were talking to him, and I'm like, "Yeah, everything's fine." And that is the main reason why the only attention that my ass got is from, I believe, foreigners. My husband, he tried to cover this, but it was really hard to cover. I mean, you can definitely see that my ass was full of a hole. As à la France. That is the reason why we got these jeans. These are MAC jeans. Most of the vintage stores in Paris, they are either like super inexpensive, €5 stuff. And I saw a lot of this type of vintage stores, especially they have like a specific street or maybe area, district where you can find almost every single shop is vintage. And when it was €5, it was full of specs. It was very stretched out. And I would say that it didn't look presentable, even to the standards of vintage shopping. I mean, it looked like people wore this and it needs to be. Rest in peace. It's just, it's too much. That is the main reason why I totally get it. It's like €5. Maybe you can find some gem, but most likely it is a little bit trash in my opinion. So it's better to pay a little bit more, but purchase something really good quality that's not going to rip in 2 or 3 days. These MAC jeans, I did not know about these brands up until I purchased these jeans. And it's really cool side stuff. The problem, we bought them in episode. The problem was that I couldn't find my size for a long period of time. You can see lots of jeans and pants all over the shop, but they're all in different sizes, like super big, super small. I tried, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 options, and either it was super small or it was super big. And the only problem was that I couldn't live without any pants or any jeans because my ass was all over the place. That is the main reason why we got these ones. And I would say the cost was €30. If I'm mistaken, I already mentioned this. And I checked these jeans. The cost of this brand in particular starts from €100. So it's like 120, 125, €140 per one pair of jeans, which is a bargain and a steal. These jeans are in really good condition. You can tell that there's no holes or like it's really, really good. And I literally got jeans for €30 when the cost is 100 something. Another great point, I would say that we saw the Kilo shop. If I'm mistaken, it's called Kilo shop, where you can buy some vintage, stuff as well. The only problem why I stuck with episode instead of Kilo shop, that if you purchase something super cool like leather, full of leather, I'm going to show you the code that I purchased, and I paid for that like €75. And if you go there, you can buy some stuff and they have a little bit different range price, like €30 for a kilo, then €20 for a kilo, and then €10 for a kilo, it depending on the quality of the product. And when I wanted to buy a bag, it was €30 for a kilo. I tried to weigh this out and it was 700 grams. So the cost would be about €22. And then you would go to some leather coat and you would say, okay, the leather coat is approximately 2 or 2.5 kilos. That is the main reason why I'm going to be able to buy this for like 60 or 75 euros. But no, in this particular shop, vintage shop, you can go and buy leather coats or something like super great quality for 150 or 200 euros. That is the main reason why I love episode a little bit more. If you're into some fur coats, if you're into leather coats, the price range is kind of fixed, and most likely it's not going to be over 125, 150 euros. 125 euros was for the fur coat, full length, and it was the same, like identical, almost identical to Carrie Bradshaw's fur coat. If you remember, I will try to find some photo. And this was 125 euros for real fur. For leather, most likely it's going to be like 45 to 75 euros, which is so much better. That's a better deal. That is the main reason why I didn't really like Kilo Vintage Shop. In my opinion, that was a bit overpriced, and some, mid-condition products were still kind of higher in price. Because, for example, this is the bag that I purchased as a gift to my mom. And this is handmade, and this is real leather. The brand is Micmac Bags. Micmac Bags. I checked their website and see that they have something written that it's real leather, that imperfections are really great with these bags. It's pretty much heavy, and this would probably cost me more than 60 euros in a kilo shop, because this one in particular is probably going to be about 20 or 30 euros per kilo. I would say that it's about 2 kilos, maybe not two, but like a kilo and a half, and the cost would be about 40 euros in my opinion, or maybe even 50 euros for this bag. And in episode, I purchased this bag for 25 euros. And the best part that most likely when you're in the episode, all these bags, they're going to be in the same price range. So it's going to be from 20 to 25 euros. And for something extremely big, we were looking for some options. And I saw a carry around or like traveling bag. It was made with leather, but it was quite heavy. So if you really need to travel with this bag, and when it's stuffed, believe it or not, it's going to be extremely heavy. That is the reason why we didn't buy the traveling bag. For this size, it was 30 euros. And if you want to buy this in a kilo shop, I'm pretty much sure that it's either going to be a 100 euro tag from their side, or it's going to be 30 euros per kilo. And this bag was super heavy. That was the main reason the price would be still about 100 euros. That is the main reason why I really liked episode. It didn't really matter what is the size of the bag. If it's not super tiny bag like that, this one was about 10 euros. So if it's not super tiny, it's about 20-25 euros, which is a bargain and a steal. I am obsessed with the handles. I really love that it is really long. If you need to get it a little bit longer, you can always wear it in a little bit different shape. And the fact that it's all leather is crazy. Do not skip on episode. Do not. Go ahead and buy something like this. Really cool, really big, and leather quality stuff. You can check out some of the products, not even products, but some of this purchases, or not even purchases, but bags. They were a little bit harsh on the ends. Like the corners were not perfect. Not every single bag, but some of these bags, but still, that was a bargain and a steal for a true leather. I'm gonna insert a little bit later a bag from my husband, the one that we purchased to like my husband, and it was black bag, and it was completely like full leather, super cool. My husband is obsessed, but he's at work today right now. That is the main reason why he's in the sneakers that I'm going to be showing you guys, and he's with this really cool leather bag that I'm still going to be showing you in this video a little bit later. Okay, this is a bag that I got as a present for my sister, and she has, just like she's in this small crisis where she tries to understand what is her style, because she's 17, she's about to be 18, turn 18, and she doesn't even know how to dress, or maybe not even how to dress, but how she want to express herself. That was the main reason I was like, okay, let's buy her some really cool leather small type bag. It is leather inside, and this was 10 euros for the small bag, which is again insane. And this is another episode find, which I'm like really happy about. It has a burgundy color. It is for probably your phone, maybe a couple of dollars to carry around, some keys, and that's it. I love the handle. Everything is in a really good condition. That is the main reason why like my sisters are like, I really like it, but I don't really know what to pair it with. I'm like, girl, it's burgundy. You can pair it with green, with pink, with black, with white, with blue, and so many more other options. Just like, okay, okay. Let's move on. I mean, I feel like this video is going to be super long, but that is what it is. Guys, the next find and the next purchase is this really cool, super heavy coat. And this is the coat that I was talking about. This is the coat that in a kilo shop would cost me 150, 180, maybe 200 euros. I bought it in episode for 75 euros. It's real leather, super heavy. And of course, I'm going to insert a video where I'm wearing this really cool, let's say like bike coat or something like this. And this is a Casso. This is probably not real metal, but you can see that it hasn't changed color. It's made in Pakistan. And I would say this is, yes, it's made in Pakistan and the size is M, but it looks really, really good. Oh, me. These are leather pants, super popular right now. Kim Kardashian, Dua Lipa, both of them, they are in this type of leather pants. Maybe not this in particular, but 90s, early 2000s. They're not only just that, they're still trending. And that is the main reason why I had an option. The first one was beige color, and it was nice and was fitted perfectly. But then these ones are a little bit bigger in size. They just a little bit bigger and baggier for me. But my husband is like black pants, leather pants, they look so much better on you. They're a little bit more spacious, but at the same time, with some belt like this, it's gonna look great. I mean, you can pair it with any belt. And that is the main reason why I bought black instead of beige. And the cost is 35 euros in episode, which is insane. This is real leather. So the fabric is real leather. You can see that it's a piece of leather. And if we're gonna talk about I can tell you, the ends of these pins, you can see the cut, and this is a real leather, which is really cool. I know how I'm going to be wearing them, and I'm going to insert a couple of photos of Dua Lipa and Kim Kardashian wearing leather. That's a steal. That's a bargain for like 35 euros. Real leather pants. Are you freaking kidding me? So cool. This cardigan, I really love it. It looks good. It looks really pretty. The only problem, not even a problem, but it's 25 euros for this cardigan. I thought that it was 100% cashmere because we got a vest for my husband, which was 100% cashmere for 22 euros. This is not 100%. It is. I actually found this only later, but when we purchased, but it is 53% nylon and 47% angora, which is basically cashmere. So angora is a cashmere, the size 10. The quality still is so good. It's really soft, it's fluffy, it looks good, it sits good. It's just like the best cardigan, which is going to be super warm, and it's not going to be in my opinion, super heavy because it's really light because of the cashmere. And yeah, I mean, like, I wish I could buy 100% cashmere as my husband did, but at the same time, still such a bargain. This is not a shitty fabric that you can find in Zara or any other stores. I mean, Zara, they probably do have some cotton or whatever, but the price tag is going to be so much higher. This is vintage. And okay, now I'm going to my one of the favorite pieces. Every single piece is my favorite. This is leather bag. I bought this one for 20 euros. If I'm mistaken, this was not 25, it was like 20 euros. And it has so many pockets. Like you have one, then two, 2 and 3 and 4, and this is again leather. The one that I have, it's made in Italy. The brand name is Guidi, what Guidi. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you can, let me know, guys, in the comments. I will try to show you. This is again 20 or 25 euros. Super cute, super cool leather bag. Is it baguette? Is it a baguette? I don't remember. I don't know. It is quite big. This is not a small size. This is a size of my body, I would say. Maybe a little bit longer, but it's so cool that you can push it up. You have two knots on the ends, and then you open the bag, and here's just some leather, and inside you don't really get a lot of pockets, but it's enough for me to carry around. I can pair it with so many things, but I have like no bags that are in this type of color, and specifically like leather bags for 20 or 25 euros, which is insane, and I'm obsessed. It's really, really cool. It's vintage. It's cool. It's cool, and it's cool. Okay, now I'm gonna go with my husband's options. He got velvet pants because he was looking for velvet pants forever. And a lot of people in France, they do wear velvet. And the only problem though, this is Levi's, and I would say that we bought it for like 30 euros. This is the first purchase. Like first we bought this velvet pants along with cashmere vest for my husband and this really cool like leather coat for me. That is the main reason why we got in total like 160 euros or something like this. This is the episode bill. And then I got the other ones like bags and whatever in the final day. That is the main reason why I would say the only, just like problem that we got, we my husband, he tried them on, and then we saw that there was a small, like not even a hole, but it just ripped. I don't really know when did it rip, but my mom said that it's not a big deal. There's some kind of like glue stuff for fabric. You get this from the inside, and then you go with the iron, and then you're gonna go. It's gonna be safe for a long period of time. And these pants, they're really light. These are super cool. And we love the color. We love that it's really cool velvet. And we love the price, 30 euros. And finally, the star of the show is a cashmere vest. And you can tell that it is 100% cashmere. Really soft, really cool. And this was only 22 euros like and 50 for a sweater. This is not a sweater, but okay. Really, really cute. Now to the second part of this video. If you're stayed, then thank you guys. Now we're gonna get started with some food products. I'm not gonna show you every single food product that we purchased there, but like some of the things that I really want to share. This is not food, but we purchased this in a local pharmacy. Deep moisturizers. This is Neutrogena, and we bought this size. You can see that the size of my head, almost the size of my head, for 3 euros. It was a discount. A lot of the pharmacies, they do have discounts. So 3 euros, I got 3 of them. I mean, got one for me, one for my mom, and one in case we run out of this. And like I have another one. Nice moisturizer, by the way. I tried it yesterday. It really soft. My husband said that it's really good moisturizer. Then I'm gonna be showing you guys some of the products. This is a caramel sauce. This is the handmade or whatever, like in a tourist area shop. Was 5 euros for this, but you can buy a so much bigger size in a supermarket. Again, some caramel sauce for about 4 or 5 euros, maybe even 6 euros, but the size is like twice bigger. Then we have praline. These are some chocolate candies, and we got ones from Aldi. Aldi is really popular in Europe. We got like this is milk chocolate, and they have dark chocolate. So there's a difference division. I have these white chocolate with a hazelnut. I haven't tried this yet, but the chocolate is quite good, especially in Europe. And in Russia, it's really good as well. But I wanted to try some of their options. This is a salt, and a lot of the times this type, specifically this type of salt, is recommended by a lot of Instagrammers or like a lot of vloggers, because this is salt for flavoring. And when your food is done, you add a little bit of salt on top, and it's not like super super salty. It's more like these flakes, therefore flavor and additional taste to your food. I haven't tried this yet. You can see that these are sealed for now, but I'm gonna give it a try soon enough, hopefully. Then I mentioned this earlier, right at the beginning of the video. I'm from Russia, and sometimes it's quite difficult to find really good quality coffee. And of course, we can. It's gonna be pricier than in Europe, especially in Italy. We got from Italy some coffee, and it was delicious and great, but we ran out of this coffee that's inevitable. And this is a little bit different type of coffee, and it is beans. So fully beans. So good. Smells really, really good. A kilo. Then we have 2 packs of coffee. One is going to be for some friends and family members. The other one is going to be for us. That is the main reason why we have like 2 of them. And this is just like 2 packs in one big box of coffee. Then this is not unique, I'd say. I just really love chocolate on top of some cookies. This is just probably one of my favorite desserts. I love chocolate, but this type of dessert is one of my favorite. And we do have in Russia, but not so much. This one, I mean, I didn't really have to bring this from Europe, but this one was about €1 only, and I love it. So I was like, what's the harm? Let's bring it. We have some extra storage in the baggage. This is Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Some lemon cakes. I haven't tried them yet, but looks delicious. I don't know. Maybe some other time. Then it is more like again, we purchased this in Aldi. It's more like Twix, but it's delicious. I have another option in the local supermarket, which is, in my opinion, a little bit better. In Russia, I would say it's from Turkey, called papita. Papita, but this is from France, and we got to try this type of candy in Italy, which was super delicious, and that was the reason why we got it here as well. And we were surprised when we tried the pate or whatever, like mashed meat, liver, whatever. I don't know. It's not liver if I'm not mistaken, but this is mashed meat, and this is delicious. It's kind of like a puree in a way, and was really, really good. That was the main reason why we got 2 of these. One we're going to be given out to some of the friends and family again, and one we're going to keep and, of course, consume. So this is olive oil that I was talking about. This is in plastic because we didn't want to overweight, and the glass is super heavy. In addition, on top of like 1 liter of real product, you have to make sure that you have like some extra weight in your baggage for glass. We're gonna just pour this in a glass container that we have for olive oil, and that is gonna be it. This is Dijon mustard. Mustard. So this is Dijon mustard, and this is one brand. I don't know. It's called Mustard de Dijon, and this is original or kind of like Dijon mustard. But okay. Now let's real quick talk about some of the pharmacy purchases. I didn't want to buy a lot of like hair conditioners or anything like this because most likely I do have them. What I'm going to be talking about is omeprazole. This is for a stomach. I had some weird symptoms in friends. My gastritis was not really good, and I was like, let me just buy some of these products. They are made in France, and I hope that it's gonna be like really effective. And I want to specify one thing, that it's just something that I take at home. This is almost the exact same thing, but made in France. I went to this local pharmacy and I explained my symptoms, that I have gastritis and all of the stuff, and they recommended me first to try on this. It is the same as Gaviscon. Gaviscon, I don't know, like maybe you have it. Gaviscon, but this is a French alternative. You have 24 sachets, or I don't know, like bags, where you take it when you're done with your meal and it's good to go. It really helped me out when I had heavy pain, like super severe pain in my stomach. I was done with my food and was like, oh my God, it's like really painful. I got it from the pharmacy, and in a day or so, I was able to eat again something not so good, but like chocolate or whatsoever. That's a good one. And I asked, should I buy these omeprazole pills? And they said, if this doesn't work, then you can go with this option. But I got it anyway when I was living in France, because sometimes in Moscow I have like real problems with this. And then this one is loperamide or something like this. This is from a diarrhea. If you have some severe diarrhea and you have to travel and you're like in the middle of nowhere, but you need to find a toilet, this is a pill. You don't really take it with like gastritis because it's gonna make even worse, like your situation even worse. But if you don't have any problem with your stomach, they said that this one is good in case of you like unexpected diarrhea. By the way, we purchased that, but it's brand new. We haven't opened. It's just going to keep it for some unexpected situations. Then I got some vitamins. These are magnesium, and it has B6, B2, and B1, just regular vitamins case. And two more things that I got because I heard positive feedback from people about French medicine. This is Lizapane, or I don't know how to call it. This is for sore throat. It's not even funny, but when we got home on Sunday, this Monday, next day, my husband, he had sore throat. And it's like, for a reason. I bought it for a reason. He said that was like pretty much better. He felt better. And then we got Fervex. This is for like colds, severe colds. If your nose is blocked or any of this kind of stuff, then you take a couple of these bags, and as they say, you're good to go. I don't know. But that is definitely it. We have a couple of chocolate from their original shops. We haven't tried this chocolate yet, but it's basically it. So if you go to friends and you have at least some budget to spend your money on, I would highly recommend vintage shopping. This is super, super good and extremely inexpensive. And then I will definitely recommend some of these kind of like products like olive oil as well as salt in particular. I haven't tried this yet, but like a lot of the times people tell me. And I do really love mustard. I use mustard a lot. That is the main reason why I would recommend Dijon mustard or any other mustard from France. The paste I would definitely recommend. This is so good, especially with the fresh baguette. Mwah, perfect. And yeah, I'm not a doctor, but if you are in a severe pain and you are in France, go to their local pharmacy and ask for something like this for your stomach. It's not a bad option, but you would probably need to consult someone who's working in the pharmacy. I'm not a doctor. Again, not a doctor. And that's going to be it. So if you're going to be staying for the vlog that I'm going to be posting probably like next week or in a week, then stay tuned. I'm going to be doing this really soon. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.